Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My friend and guest here today is Kevin Greene, Salem High School football coach, and we are going to talk all about Salem High School football. The Wildcats made the playoffs last year, and first time in several years, and we're going to make sure that we get them back there again this year. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, and over in Salem, well, appreciate you tuning in on Channel 3 or Channel 99. Thank you so much. Over here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Same thing up in Louisville, down in Sisney, over in Jeff, Browns, West Salem, Albion, Fairfield. Thank you so much for tuning in however you are. This is tomorrow, by the way. It's August 1st. This is August 1st, 2019. First day of the month. August means football, doesn't it, Kev?
It does, yeah. We're ready to go.
He's ready to go.
Ready to go right now.
Hold up a second there, buddy. We got business to take care of. I got to take care of a little bit of business. What is going on today here on August 1st around the area? A few community events to tell you about, some things going on in and around the area. Over at Marion County Fair tonight, over in Salem, they've got a big night planned with the talent show and the Junior Miss pageant. Now, usually those are separated, and you have about a 15 different folks taking part in the talent show, and then the Junior Miss pageant. This year they decided, let's put it all together, make it just one fee, $10 to get in for the whole thing, and that starts tonight at 7 p.m. That ought to be good. I guess you're going to that tonight?
No, I am not. I'm not.
Well, you have sons.
We do, yes. And, yes, we have junior tackle practice to attend tonight.
Yeah, so, there you go. Yeah. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Under the boys, if they are of a certain age, they may be going to the pageant. Who knows? But the talent show and Junior Miss pageant tonight, 7 o'clock over at the Marion County Fair in Salem. Over in Altamont at the Effingham County Fair, they've got a big day. They've got harness racing again today at 1 o'clock. They've got harness racing all week long. I think this might be the last one, though, here today. And then tonight it's the big Whippoorwill Rodeo, the Whippoorwill Rodeo at 7:30 this evening up at Altamont, and that'll be a good time. Here in Flora at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, that's going to be the piano stylings of Vicki Simpson. That'll be 2 o'clock this afternoon. Vicki Simpson will be there. Probably tickle the ivories for about an hour or so, maybe something like that. Also, later on this evening here in Flora at the historic Flora Depot, 6:30, it'll be Weight Loss Surgery Support Group, and that'll be at about 6:30. The Flora Depot. Just go down there. I think it's in the train room is where they have that, so you might want to check that out. You probably know about it if you're a member of that group. Also today down in Fairfield, big deal down there. They are having the Fairfield Memorial Hospital Foundation golf ball drop. I think you can probably still get down there and get a golf ball purchased or get several golf ball purchases. The person whose golf ball drops closest to the center of the target wins half the money that is raised for this event, and the more chances you buy to win, the better your odds to win. Tickets are one ticket for $5 or 6 tickets for $20. So there you go. It's a nice deal for you. Purchase tickets. You can stop by Fairfield Memorial Hospital, the administration office, foundation office, or see any foundation member. Might be a little late for that, but they're going to drop the balls. I believe we're going to suck them all into the helicopter and drop them all around 1 o'clock down in the middle of the courtyard. So that'll be a good time. Also up in Effingham tonight, that's the Thursday Thunder. They've been doing the Thursday Thunder for a few years now, or a couple of years now, but they do it 5 times over the summer. There you see some of the dates that they have the Thursday Thunder going on up in Effingham once a month. Looks like tonight it's at the Legacy Harley Davidson in Effingham, and that'll be an interesting night. They have an amazing fun and great times, giveaways. This goes from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight. If you attend each one, you've probably needed to catch up the last 2 or 3. You're eligible for the year-end grand prize, so you might want to join in on all that fun. This being August 1st, This is National Respect for Parents Day. Probably it's August 1st is National Respect for Parents, but Kevin, you expect respect all the time. You've got children. Are you going to wake the boys up? Have you woken the boys up this morning and celebrated Respect Your Parents Day?
No, but I need to make sure that we let them know that as soon as I get home. No, our boys are pretty good. We don't have too many issues with them. We're pretty blessed. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. This is National Respect Your Parents Day, and maybe going hand in hand in that, but maybe not really hand in hand. This is also National Girlfriends Day, August 1st. The opportunity for women to get together. Girlfriends fall into many categories. While many grew up together, others meet through work or college. Still, others share a bond much deeper. Sisters and mothers meet the definitions of girlfriends too. Take your friends out to go get a cup of coffee, go get a soda, go get a beer, whatever you want to do, and they celebrate National Girlfriends Day. One day that I wasn't going to bring up, but I figured I have the picture anyway for August 1st. The first Thursday in August is also typically known as National IPA Day. If you're a beer drinker, that is what the India Pale Ale, and they get their own day to. Do you drink India Pale Ale if you drink the occasional beer?
Yeah, I will. More pale than the dark stuff, but yes, yeah. Once in a while.
I'm a lager guy myself. But,
are you? Okay.
The pale ales.
Right.
It's a nice little change of pace.
Sure, it is.
From time to time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
August 1st, National India Pale Ale Day. What is on television? What do you want to watch on TV? Well, this is the NFL preseason gets underway tonight. Can you believe it? The Denver Broncos will be playing the Atlanta Falcons tonight, and that'll be in Canton. Of course, they are enshrining about I think 8 different football players in Canton this weekend. So the preseason gets underway. The Broncos versus the Falcons. Do you watch much pro football?
We are diehard Bears fans.
I thought you were.
We watch a lot of pro football.
I thought you were just huge Bear fans.
In fact, my boys and I drove over last year to Canton for Brian Urlacher's enshrinement.
Did you?
Yeah,
really?
We drove over there and drove over and back in one day. It was pretty awesome. Going through the Hall of Fame.
You drove all the way back in one day?
We did. Yep, we did. So
That's about a 7-hour drive.
It was not short. No. But I tell you what, it was
each way.
Right. No, it was quite a ride, but great experience.
Trevor could have helped you drive.
Yeah, he could have. It's funny he didn't offer though. I'm not sure why. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't want to drive through Indianapolis.
It was a lot of fun though. Yeah, we met my dad over there, and it was a really cool experience. Check that out.
Did you go to the game night, or did you go to the Saturday night?
No, we just went. We left early Saturday and got there for the enshrinement. We walked through the Hall of Fame and then got to see the enshrinement, see all the speeches, which was really cool.
That is cool.
And then as soon as it was over,
who else went in last year?
You would have to ask me that. Moss was there.
Moss was there. Mm-hmm. This was the one that Terrell Owens didn't show up.
He did not. Yes, exactly. He kind of did his own thing, and that was a big deal. Yeah, but there was a couple other older guys. There was an older Green Bay Packers
Jerry
lineman,
Kramer.
and yes, Jerry
Kramer.
And there's a couple others that were really big names. They're escaping me now, but it was cool. It was neat to be there.
You didn't realize I was going to quiz you on
No, I wasn't prepared.
But that's all right. No problem. That is, again, it is tonight, the Broncos versus the Falcons. That'll be a good time. Also, baseball back today. It is the New York Mets taking on the Chicago White Sox this afternoon on NBC Sports Channel 643. Zach Wheeler taking the mound for the Mets, and Dylan Cease taking the mound for the White Sox. Wheeler did not go before the trade deadline. A lot of folks thought that Wheeler would be traded. It did not happen. And then also the Chicago Cubs will be in St. Louis Game 3 of their 3-game set. Now that's early tonight. That's at 6 p.m. It's going to be, or 6:15 p.m. Maybe 6:05. It's on Fox Sports Midwest Channel 630. It's also on NBC Sports Chicago Channel 643, and also on Major League Baseball Network Channel 599. So you ought to have an opportunity to find it. John Lester versus Jack Flaherty. Of course, no Cardinals or Cubs really too much trading going on. They did trade Jed Jerko, but that's about it. My guest today, it is Kevin Greene, and we are going to talk Salem football along with all kinds of other things here when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these. Stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My guest today is Kevin Greene. He is the head coach of the Salem High School football Wildcats, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things about the Wildcats, where they were, how they've been coming along, how they finally kicked in the door last year.
Yeah.
If you want to use the Bum Phillipsism,
sure.
You kicked in the door, finally got it. You got them into the playoffs, and talk about Kevin. Thanks for being here, by the way.
No problem.
I appreciate you.
Love talking about our program and our kids. So appreciate that.
That's the thing. Whenever I get a chance to talk to coaches in any sport, in football, volleyball, basketball, whatever, baseball, it's amazing how much the focus really is on the kids, isn't it? And how you're. I mean, you want to win. You want to win. That's the goal. Kids have more fun. You have more fun if you win.
Sure.
But it's also on making sure you're raising and teaching kids the right way to live.
Well, I think anybody that gets into public school education, that's the goal. It's not to make millions of dollars or anything like that. We enjoy working with kids, want to see them reach their potential, and again, that's the main motivator for most of the educators and coaches that I've come in contact with. Not all of them, but most of them for sure.
How long have you been teaching and coaching now?
This will be year. Oh my goodness! This will be year. This will be year 23.
I didn't tell you we're on this. We're on this one. I didn't tell you there's going to be math.
No, yeah. This is year 23, and this will be my 20th year as a head coach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it more now, 20 years after you first started, or is it something that it's about the same, doesn't change much, or do you grow to love it more each year?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, when you get into it as a young kid out of college, my parents were teachers, my dad was a coach as well. So I think, that was the path that I really wanted to take. I enjoyed going to my dad's games and being around the school and all that kind of stuff. I first started, though, I'll be the first to admit, I was one of those young guys that A, thought he knew everything.
Gung and ho.
Yeah, gung and ho. I knew everything. And, it was one of those things where we were real focused on winning. And that was the be-all, end-all. And I think as I've had kids of my own and seen some of their experiences with other coaches that they've had, both in the youth level and in the school systems, and I've worked with other coaches, and I think the focus has really changed to creating an environment that is conducive to success, which is an environment that is inclusive, that, again, as you said,
inclusive
raising
to lifetime success.
Exactly. Right. We preach to our guys all the time that our group is exclusive in the idea that if you're not willing to be a good teammate and to do the things that to be a good teammate takes, we won't be able to have you. But, I think there's no doubt. I think as you get older, you realize that there are bigger things to what happens on the field. And, I think that was what made our season last year so very special, was that our kids, we had success on the field, but we had a really good heartbeat and a really good culture with our group. And I think any of our teachers, would tell you that our school hallways were different last year.
Really?
And I think that's something that, we've really harped on our guys about during the summertime, is to continue that. I wasn't
that's it's the enthusiasm.
Sure, absolutely.
You try to build the spirit and enthusiasm.
Right, and I think I wasn't worried about that stuff when I started, and it's. But again, I think as you said, as you mature, as you get older, you kind of change your philosophies, your goals, your things that you hang your hat on, so to speak. Yeah. And but yeah, I think there's no doubt I've had a change in the last 20 years as a head coach. There's no question.
Well, yeah, you'd have to, certainly, wouldn't you? Well, I mean, that's cool that you recognize the opportunity to do that. I was reading an article today about. Well, it's the coach of the Rams. They said, well, when did you realize that things were going bad in the Super Bowl and you had no chance, or you were screwed up? He said about halfway through.
Right.
he said I realized I needed to learn and grow, and you tried to change things, but he had screwed up, so he was growing. That's what he's taking what you've learned and put it forward.
Sure. And I think it's important to know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And try to find people that do know those things that can help you. And as a young guy, or as a young professional in any realm, I think people are afraid to do that. They're afraid to say, I don't know this, help me. And I was like that. You see young teachers, you see young people come out in the professional world, and to show that you don't know something is a sign of weakness, as opposed to a sign of someone who is wanting to get better and grow.
Well, that's the thing.
That's a big part of it.
That's exactly right, Kevin. That's the thing. You have to be able to recognize. You have to be able to recognize how you can improve yourself.
Sure, absolutely.
How you can improve yourself. Speaking of improving yourself, the last year in 2017, you had a solid year, but you only had 3 wins. Mm-hmm. You didn't have the success that you wanted. You were here sitting in that same seat last August, and we talked about what expectations were for 2019 football, or 2018 football, for last year's football team. And you and I had frank discussions both on and off the air. We both thought playoffs are a possibility. Mm-hmm. Did you see 6 wins coming? Did you see that as a possibility, or what were your thoughts?
I think when you go into any season, you have an idea of where you might be able to fall and maybe not. I think football is different than almost any other sport, though, because there's so many X factors involved and things that are you're out of your control.
Right.
Injuries are a big part of the game. Bad bounces here and there. There's just so many things that can happen. And we as a coaching staff last year, heading into last season, we read a book called Chop Wood, Carry Water, which talks a lot about the process of getting to where you want to be in your mission. And we really focused with our kids last year. We never talked about the playoffs. We never talked about conference championships. We worried about that workout.
Workout.
Right now our kids should be worried about how they're going to enjoy tomorrow and a day off, and then the next day's the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll worry about August 12th when August 12th comes around. And I think for so long we had been in a position where we hadn't been to the playoffs and we hadn't won. I think everybody got so wrapped up in the big picture of saying we've got to get to the playoffs instead of saying, wait a minute here. We got a beautiful day out. We love playing football. We love the teammates we're playing with. Let's not worry about Centralia right now. Let's just worry about playing football today and getting better.
Yeah.
And that's hard with high school kids.
It's
hard. It's hard with coaches too sometimes. Yeah. And but we've gotten to the point there this summer where our kids have corrected us when we started to talk about the playoffs. We started to talk about Centralia. The kids will say, "Let's just have a good practice today."
The kids are taking to it.
Absolutely, and that's what you want, right? That's what you want.
Absolutely.
So I think anytime you're talking about expectations, we had an idea, but it was more about just trying to establish that foundation of a culture of saying we're going to worry about one day at a time. And it's such a cliche in sports, but boy, I tell you what, our kids really bought into it last year, and I think that was a big part of our success.
When we come back, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about, just about that part of it, as well as a little bit more about that last year, and then we're going to end up later on talking about the roster for this year and what to expect coming up in 2019. I'm going to get specific, too, because I want to know about the whole wind sprint thing, because that blew me away last year when we talked about that. I want to know if he ever broke his rule. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Cats TV. Kevin Greene is here, head coach of Salem. We'll be right back after these. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net. If you are a member member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Kevin Greene, Salem High School football coach, and he told me last year during this same show something that I dropped my jaw, and I hope I hit it well because he, having played football, having watched football practices my entire life, he said that the Salem Wildcats do not run wind sprints as part of their conditioning. I thought, well, okay, yeah, sure, you're just beefing a broadcaster there. You're just baloneying me. No. But it's still holding up, isn't it?
It has. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we. Well, it's just like anything else. We talked about it, a second ago. When your program is struggling, you're always looking for ways to improve and learn more. And the last few years, we've really gone to a lot of different off-season conditioning types of techniques and speed development types of things. And
you're working on picking up speed, right?
Everything we do with regards to the weight room and our off-season stuff on the track is all about speed. We have a timing system. We time everything. We post what the kids' times are. We track how fast they're running as far as miles per hour go. But everything,
really?
Yeah. Everything we do though is based off of a full recovery type situation. So they will run a 40-yard sprint, and we'll give them 3 or 4 or even 5 minutes to recover. So the next one is full effort.
So that's not at all like what
it's not like with the old days.
Well,
no.
like the old days.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
when you would run 40 and then you turn around and run 40 back,
exactly.
and then you'd
turn around,
exactly. You do 10 or so of them at the end of practice.
Yep. So we eliminated wind sprints simply because typically when you run those wind sprints, you're not running at max velocity. Kids are pacing themselves. You're trying to reach the finish, right? Which we all did, and I don't blame the kids when we used to run them when I was, earlier in my career. But you facilitate the breakdown of the body, which makes it tired. It makes it more susceptible to injury when you do end up running max velocity. And so we've eliminated sprints altogether. We don't do any kind of team rule infractions. If we have situations with team rules, the kids immediately lose playing time.
Really?
That's just kind of the way
you're using the bench as your
right. That's our motivator, if you will, to stay within our guidelines. So
that's an effective one.
It is. So yeah, we haven't ran wind sprints in 3 years. Actually, we've turned to this philosophy in 2017. So and I'll tell you this. We've had very few soft tissue injuries. Our kids don't get pulled muscles and hip flexors and things like that anymore, and I think that's a big part of it.
What are you finding in the fourth quarter whenever you're playing in a close game? I mean, now granted, not every game's close. Some games are they get a little wider margin, either winning or losing, and the effort varies. But if you have a tight game at the end, what are you finding? Are your Wildcats having maybe a little bit more gas in the tank at the end, or what do you think?
Yeah, our goal when we start practicing a given week on Monday, everything is structured to the point that they are going to be ready to play on Friday night. So, Monday is typically a light day, more of a recovery day. We don't do anything on the weekends either. Tuesday is typically one of our heavier days.
You don't even bring them in for film or anything on the weekend?
No. We want them sleeping in and resting and recovering.
Okay.
I don't want to get them up in the morning. And there's certain people will have different philosophies of that, and that's totally fine. I respect that. But for us, we want our kids with their feet propped up, recovering, rehydrating, putting calories in their body and recovering. But Tuesday will be a pretty amped up day for us. And then Wednesday we'll start scaling back. We only wear helmets and shoulder pads on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays we just wear helmets. And we want our kids to walk on the field Friday night as fresh as possible. And basically how we get them in shape is, which I'm asked that question all the time, we time everything that we do in practice. So if we're doing a team rep, typically the average time between plays is 25 to 35 seconds.
Yeah.
So we'll give them 35 seconds before the next scout rep will come out. But that means every rep that we run is at full max velocity. And then and there's a conditioning process to that, just like there is when you're running wind sprints, but they're playing the game at the same time as their conditioning. And our practices are way shorter. We typically only practice about an hour and a half.
I was going to say, how are you going to implement the new rules with this year you've got no two-a-days.
Right.
And but you also have 3-hour potential practices if you want. You're not going to take it. You're not using all that.
No, we'll be lucky in the first 2 weeks of our season. Once August 12th rolls around, we'll be lucky to go more than 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah. We just feel like, we've had we get a lot of our install stuff done during the summertime. So it really is more about polishing and timing and things like that. And let's be honest, when you get to 2.5 hours of a practice, how much timing are you really getting done when the kids are that tired?
Yeah, I was going to say, how much are the kids learning?
You don't really get much accomplished anyway. And I tell you what, our kids love it. They fly around in practice. They've got tons of energy. They know we're not running wind sprints at the end, so they don't have to pace themselves during drills and team reps. Our coaches love it, because they don't have to keep kids motivated for 3 hours of a practice, which can be really challenging.
Oh, yeah.
We've had really good luck with it. We have, and it forces us to keep things simple, but that's okay sometimes. I think people sometimes try to do too much.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you keep it simple, it kind of makes the execution part a little bit easier, too, right?
Absolutely, and that's our philosophy, yeah. And it's not everybody's, and that's okay.
How are the numbers looking?
We've had really good numbers the last several years. We'll be in the mid-70s again. We'll have a full 3 levels of football, and of course, the problem with that is, a lot of schools don't, unfortunately, but we'll be looking to pick up a few freshman games here or there throughout the season, but that's a good problem to have. The more kids that want to be a part of our program, the better.
That's the thing when you're talking about numbers. The rest of the Cahokia Conference, you say you're looking to pick up some freshman games.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the Cahokia Conference doesn't really play a whole lot of freshman schedule, do you?
No, they don't. In fact, nobody right now has a guaranteed freshman team.
Really?
So they'll be playing fresh soft games typically on Monday nights.
And no Thursday games.
No Thursday games. No.
That's just but that's a change in football from 1983 whenever I played, in 1990 or whenever, 1995 whenever you were playing. Man,
it's different.
I'm giving you a couple of years.
No, we'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. No doubt.
Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit about the roster for this year's team and what you folks can expect to see, both in the Cahokia Conference as well as at the football field at the JB Finks Field over there in Salem. We'll do that when we return. Back right after these. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We are talking Salem football today with Salem head football coach Kevin Greene. And last year broke through. Kevin got to the playoffs for the first time with Salem.
Yep. And
I'm just astonished that the kids aren't talking playoffs with you guys. Whenever you guys mention it, the kids don't.
Yeah, they really bought into our culture last year of just one game at a time and one thing at a time. And like I said, we had become so wrapped up in the end result because we hadn't been there in so many years. I think there was so much pressure to get there, and instead of just enjoying being a part of a team with your buddies and playing a game that you love, and so we've kind of carried that over into this season, and our kids have done a really good job with it.
Kind of an attitude that you want to continue to keep forever and ever, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And the successful groups, focus where their feet are and focus on the inches of getting better every day and that kind of thing. And
let the results take care of themselves.
Exactly. And then typically they do. Yeah.
Okay, this season, you've got those 6 wins last year, 6-3 regular season. You lost a really, really good tailback, didn't you?
Yeah, Jay Carnes was one of the best players I've coached in 20 years. He was a very versatile kid, offense, defense, special teams. I mean, you name it. He was able to do an awful lot for us.
Kickoff back.
Yeah, several kickoff returns for touchdowns. Had great big plays on defense at linebacker for us, and obviously we played him at wide receiver, running back, and there's a reason he's going to play at Missouri Baptist over by St. Louis in the fall here. Just a great kid, a great teammate, and we'll miss his leadership, we'll miss his performance on the field, obviously, but he brought a lot to our team
How you go
off
about
the field too.
that?
So, I think we've got several kids that are ready to step in. We have a senior wideout in Leighton Ware who's going to be we think is going to be very good. We started a freshman last year in Caden B. On both sides of the ball. Both of those guys started. So, we're excited about those guys. And we've got some younger kids who we're very blessed right now. We've got a good amount of speed in our program. So, we've got several guys in our group that are going to be ready to take up the slack. It's just going to be a matter of once we get the season going, who's going to be able to do it when the lights go on.
Typically like to run a pro set style offense.
Yeah, we are. We're a pro group. We'll get into the gun a little bit more this year probably, but we're a pro style offense. We'll be under center probably at least 50% of the time or more this year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Quarterback coming back, Rylan.
Yeah, Rylan Quinn. Rylan threw for over 1,400 last year. One of the better leaders in our group. I think the thing about Rylan, he's not going to wow you with his size. He's not going to wow you with his speed. But boy, he's just a great leader. And somebody makes a mistake, he's one of the first guys to reach across the line and bring that guy up and lift him up. There's no negativity with Rylan, whether he's made a mistake or a teammate's made a mistake. He's right there to pick him up and put his arm around him.
That is so special, isn't it?
It is.
Because you, especially quarterbacks, you usually think, it's got to be, they've got to have some leadership there. But a lot of times a quarterback will look at it, I'm just got to be bossing people around.
Sure.
But that isn't really the best form of leadership sometimes, is it?
No, and I think that's, he's really bought into our culture that we've tried to develop with our kids and playing for each other. And, again, he wants to throw touchdown passes and throw for yards all day, but I think he'll be the first to tell you he'd just as soon go 0-9 and throw for 10 yards and throw 2 interceptions. But if we win the Shrine game week 1, he doesn't care. Yeah. And we got a lot of guys that are like that. And that's, again, like you said earlier, not worrying about those things helps the bigger things take care of themselves, typically.
Who's he? Okay, so he'll be throwing the ball to Leighton Ware and to Caden B. Yep. Who's he going to be handing the ball off to?
Cole Graham was a junior for us last year. He got quite a bit of playing time, so he'll be a senior. Trevor Greene didn't get quite as many reps back there with 2 seniors ahead of him.
I didn't see Trevor. You told me Trevor's going to run the ball.
Yeah, he'll be in the backfield some. Yeah, he'll be in the backfield a little bit more this year.
Okay.
And then we have another incoming junior by the name of Keaton Mitchell, we're really excited about. and then a sophomore, Caden Harris, is going to get some rest back there too. So we've got a little depth in the backfield, and a nice mix of strength, power, and they all can run. They're all pretty fast. So we're excited about that.
Okay, so now the cool part about this is when you've got a nice, speedy backfield, you like to have a good, experienced line, and Salem is fortunate in that you guys have that coming back, don't you?
Yeah, we only have to replace Jake in our center, so we have four of our 5 offensive linemen back, which is as we were talking before we came on today, that's a great place to start.
Sure.
I think no matter what teams are doing on offense anymore, they try and spread you out and that kind of thing, but high school football is still going to be about running the ball and stopping the run.
Right.
And you've got to be able to do both if you're going to be successful.
Stop on the run and battle on the line of scrimmage.
Right. It's still going to come down to what happens there.
Win your head-to-head battle.
Absolutely. So, we're fortunate to have that group back. And
who are the boys down there?
So we've got Nolan Branch. Nolan's actually a 3-year starter for us at left tackle, and Gage Pontius will be our left guard. He started last year as a sophomore for us, so he'll only be a junior. Trey Hunziker is a 2-time all-conference guy at right guard. He's a 3-year starter there for us. And then Julian Huggins will be our right tackle. He started for us last year as a sophomore as well. So we had 2 juniors and 2 sophomores starting there last year for us. So we're
on a successful line.
On a successful line. So obviously, there's a good amount of responsibility that's going to fall onto their shoulders to help us, be efficient offensively.
Too.
Exactly.
And tight ends.
Tight end, yeah. We had we started a sophomore tight end last year, a good part of the season, in Trent Bowles. His dad's our principal at the high school, and Trent did an outstanding job as a sophomore, and he's had a really good offseason. And nice big target. He's a basketball player. He's about 6'4", 210, and he does a really good job in the run game and the passing game. So we're excited to have him back, not just this year, obviously, but next year as well.
See, now you mentioned the basketball team. Basketball team's losing 5 seniors.
They are.
So Andy's going to have a little bit more of a pickle than you're.
Yep, he will. But if I know anything about Coach Fernbacher, he's an outstanding basketball coach. So they'll be ready to go when it's time.
How's the defense looking? What are we going to do on D?
Yeah, defense will be we'll be in the same scheme, but we replaced quite a bit up front. Top 5 guys were all seniors last year.
Yeah.
So we've got we'll be a little bit smaller up front this year, just about 225 or 230 across the board, but they're going to be much faster. And we return Trevor, obviously, a middle linebacker, was an all-conference player again last year. And we return, let me think here, 3 of our 4 secondary guys.
Oh,
so
that's good.
We've got some pieces there. We're going to be inexperienced in places, but we've got an experienced guy at middle linebacker who for 2 years has learned the system and that. So there's going to be a lot of responsibility on Trevor to get guys in the right spot and make checks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he makes the calls anyway, right?
He does. So when we see certain formations, he's going to get us out of certain calls that are not good, and he's done a really good job with that this summer. He really has taken over that leadership role, and we'll look for a lot from him.
We talked a second ago about Jake Harness graduating, and we're going to be missing him in special teams. How's the kicking game looking?
We return our kicker, Brady Munner, who was he's a soccer guy, and Brady has actually already signed to go to Graceland University, an NAI school in Iowa, and he's going to play both. He's going to play soccer and play kick for him. Yep.
Oh, good.
So he's back for us, and he's done a great job. He did a great job last year. Really, just brought consistency to that position.
That is such a huge, probably layer off your mind.
It is.
You have to be able to send somebody at one point.
Right. Just to not have to worry about, are we going to have to go for 2 at some point, to be able to know that unless something goofy happens, we're going to get that extra point and continue to put pressure on the other team to stay with us.
And for that matter, the additional pressure on the other team, if you guys get in the red zone, you might be looking at 3.
Right. Score points.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, score points is what it's about. So if we get in that situation, Brady's more than capable of kicking field goals. He's made 40 and 45-yarders in practice, so he's got a nice leg. He does. We're fortunate to have him.
Who are we going to have running back the ball?
It'll probably be
committee.
It'll be by committee. Caden and Layton will do it. Keaton Mitchell and Cole Graham might be back there as well. So we've got several guys that we can rotate.
Okay, now since you don't do wind sprints, so you do timing. So that's cool. So you do know who's the fastest player on the team.
Fastest guy on the team is probably Caden B.
Is he really?
Yeah, he runs a 4.35 40.
Heavens.
And we have another wide receiver who's new to our program, but he's going to be a junior, Logan Rubin. He'll run a 4.3 40 as well. So
wow.
And we have 25 kids in our program that are under 5. So we're blessed right now.
Really impressive.
The kids have worked hard at it. Our defensive coordinator, Alex Cable, does a great job with our speed development stuff. And like I said, our kids have bought into it and really worked hard and developed really good team speed for us.
That's outstanding. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take our final break. We'll come back and wrap things up. We're going to talk about the rest of the conference, what we can expect from the rest of the schedule. We've got them on Wabash Catch TV 3 times this year. We'll tell you when you can expect to see the Wildcats on television, and we'll come back with Coach Kevin Greene right after these words. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details. At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, it's Kevin Greene, Salem High School football head coach, and we've been talking about a wide variety of things, mainly Salem football. We might talk a little bit of pro football
Sure.
here in a little bit.
Whatever.
He's always willing to talk about the Bears. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Are you a Illini fan?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, definitely.
See, that we could. I could talk about either.
There you go.
I could talk about either. All right. Tell me about the Cahokia Conference. Where are we going to be this year? Last year, Freeburg tied with Columbia and Breeze Central on top, and it was actually Salem played pretty close to all 3 of those teams.
Yeah, we did. They were all better than us last year. But
Columbia, Columbia was kind of an odd.
They were a little bit of an odd duck last year. Week in and week out, you just never knew what you were going to get from them. I think they allowed some teams to play with them that they typically wouldn't have. But Columbia, I think right now, if I had to pick a team in our league anyway, I think they would be it. They return an awful lot. Central will be battling for that top half spot. Freeburg will be right there. And for us, I think that's our goal. We want to be in the top 3. A Salem football team hasn't finished in the top half of the conference in over 20 years. So that's our goal. We want to try and be in that top 2 or 3 and be in the hunt heading into those last couple conference games. So
we're going to have you on Wabash Catch TV over there in the Red Bud game, which is week 4 on the September 20th.
Yep.
And then 2 weeks in a row later, we're going to have the homecoming contest against Carlisle, and then the Freeburg game after that. And that's when I kind of try to put these together. This is kind of my bailiwick. And when I was looking at the schedules, and trying to figure out the home games that we could put on, I thought, man, that Freeburg, that's got the opportunity at the end of the year to have some real serious meaning, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, and I think it could. I think it could for both of our teams.
Yeah.
You know, I think Freeburg's in a similar situation to us, and Coach Stewart's done a really good job there the last few years, getting his kids kind of going in the right direction. They were similar to us; they struggled for a few years, and I think that game last year it was an extremely competitive game until the last few minutes of and. We've got ever since I started at Salem in 2011, we played them non-conference week 9.
Yeah.
So we've got a nice little rivalry with their kids and their student body, and we're typically pretty evenly matched. And, you know, again, like you said, either conference championship implications or a higher playoff seed or something of that nature. That's what it was for last year. So we're looking forward to playing them, that's for sure.
Tell me a little bit about you play the Orphans every year.
Every year.
And it's a Shrine game
It is.
to start the season. It is at Salem this year.
It is, yes.
To open the season on August 30th. What do we know about the Orphans?
You know, I think they're looking to rebuild a little bit. You know, I think they've got some numbers issues like a lot of programs do, but you know, they've got the one thing that Centralia will always have is speed. They've got kids that can run, and you know, last year we were able to negate that some because we had improved team speed. We're going to have to, you know, rely on that again this year.
Yeah.
And Coach Bernyson does an outstanding job, just like Coach Calling before him did, making you play sideline to sideline, you cover all those kids that can run, and they've got a healthy number of kids back up front offensively, and they'll be a tall task for us. There's no question about it. I mean, you can't go off from one year to the next. I mean, they're gonna return a hungry group that's ready to take that game back at our place, and you know, they'll be well coached. They're going to make us play well if we want to be competitive.
That's for sure. And then you look at the end of the season, you're going to be heading down to Massac County, heading down to Metropolis. They've been struggling. That'd be a nice place to get you hope to pick up a win.
Well, you know, I you know, absolutely. I mean, you always want to look at it that way, but you know, again,
on the road you got to be wary.
On the road, you got to be wary, and you know, they're no different than any other program that's struggling. I'm sure their kids have been hungry in the off season, and they're going to be ready to play. And you know, they were playing really good football coming into that game last year. They had challenged a few teams that were playoff teams well into the second half. So their kids were still playing hard in the end of the season, and you never look past anybody in this day and age.
That's exactly right. Then you were Westmont came down here last year and played in Salem, and Westmont had. Talk about road warriors. Those guys played in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
They played all over the place, and they were. But it's kind of a break though. Now that you've got a team that's only about an hour away, you've got Charleston. How long is did you go? Is that a home and home with Charleston?
It is, yeah. Just this year and next year. So
okay.
it was a good situation. We were supposed to play them. We had them locked in for several years ago, and we were supposed to play Casey Westfield home and away, but we only played them 1 year because their little line
schedule changed.
Yeah, the schedule changed, so it just didn't work out. But we were fortunate to get Westmont. We were fortunate for them to come down to our place, and we're lucky to have an old Apollo rival in Charleston. You know,
what do the Trojans have this year?
You know, that's a good question. They just got a new coach at the end of the school year, and I know they were 0-9 last year, so. You know, but anytime you inject a new coach with energy and you know, you never know who's going to come out for the team, and so they'll be a challenge regardless. Their student body has a deep athletic history and tradition. They've got a lot of kids to pull from, so you know, they'll be ready to play, I'm sure.
That's for sure. Okay, it'll be a good season. We're looking forward to it. We'll have 3 games on TV. We'll have the Redbud game, the Carlisle game, the homecoming game, and then the Freeburg game. So look for those, and hopefully maybe a playoff game. That'd be cool to get a whole playoff.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we'd love to be there. We'd love to be there. Let's talk a little bit about the Bears. Right. Bears broke through last season.
They sure did.
Nobody was expecting them to win the division. No, it was the over/under on Bears wins. I pay it. I've got this little gambling show on Fridays.
Okay.
And we occasionally pay attention to the projected wins and stuff. Last year, the projected wins for the Bears was about 8 games. They blew past that about November.
Right.
It was a pretty solid year.
Yeah, they did.
For the Bears. Are they gonna? Is Mitch Trubisky the real deal? Tell me.
I think we'll find out this year. You know, I think this is the
kind of caught people by surprise, didn't it?
I think so a little bit. You know, and you've got your second year in the offensive system with Nagy, and you know, I think he has all the tools, but he needs to improve. I don't think there's any question about that. Anybody who watched, their games last year knows that they won games because of their defense and their ability to run the ball. And, he's going to have to turn into that guy that can make plays in the fourth quarter as opposed to a guy who just don't lose the game for us in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But he's got all the physical attributes. There's no doubt about it. And his character is great. He seems like he's a great teammate. And I think that was one of the issues with Cutler, other than the fact that there might have been some character issues there. He had a new offensive coordinator almost every year he was with the Bears.
Right.
And a new offensive system.
Makes it tough.
It makes it really hard. And people dispute, they discount that and they don't think it's that big a deal. But this will be his second year in Nagy's system, so I think, we'll have a chance to really see how good he can be this year.
Speaking of surprises, were you like me surprised at how well Matt Nagy was able to adapt his system to work in the Chicago Bears system, which with that town and that weather and that field, you've got to be defense first.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they had I think he was able to be a little bit more creative because his defense was so good.
Yeah.
He was he was able to take a few more chances because he knew his defense was good. But, he just seems to be, and it seems to be the way of the NFL right now, of going the way of these very out of the box, creative thinking offensive coordinators, right?
Yeah.
The
guy
in Philadelphia, exactly.
You got
Los Angeles Rams. You got McVay. That's the way of the league right now. And for a long time when we were growing up, it was these dominating defenses.
Right.
And if you can somehow get the combination of the two, which the Rams have, the Bears seemingly have right now, those guys are really, really striking it rich in the NFL right now. And, again, I think he's just I think we'll find out this year how good he is too.
Is that right?
I do. I think, anybody can come in there in 1 year and influx some energy and get things going. But
and he got helped out by Aaron Rodgers getting hurt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And every year is different, so I think we'll find out how good Trubisky and Nagy are this year, taking another step.
The first game of the season is against the Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
You got a prediction for?
Well, I'm not in the prediction business. I just hope the Bears. I can predict that the Greene family will be sitting around our TV with some of Mrs. Coach's buffalo chicken dip and enjoying the game and hollering and screaming at the TV. That's my prediction.
I got to ask one other thing,
Sure.
and I'm only asking this because I know it'll get your it might get you going a little bit. Do we have a kicker yet?
They're trying out two guys. And don't ask me what their names are because I don't know them. But they're going every other day. One guy's going one day.
How he was going about doing
the next guy's going the next day. And I think they're going to let it ride until the end of the preseason. They're just going to see who looks better.
What would you have done if we were running out of clock here? But we got about 2 minutes. What would you have done had your kicker missed the double doinker there at the end, which God bless you, and I'm glad you were able to survive.
Right. Well, my son and I were there. We actually went to the game.
Right?
Yeah. So
did you have a good view?
We did.
You saw it bounce twice.
We did.
Okay.
We did. It was pretty depressing.
We won't talk about that anymore.
Right.
So you were probably driving back to Salem and missed him going on Good Morning America the next day.
We didn't see that. Yeah.
What would you have done had your kicker who did that gone on national television the next morning?
I think I probably would have responded like the Bears did. That's not a team first type of thing. So, and I think they made the right decision with what they did.
Yeah.
So
he wouldn't have, he wouldn't have been able to come back to Chicago.
No, I don't think so. So I have faith they'll find the right guy.
I got 30 seconds. Tell me how many wins my Illini are going to get.
We're Lovey Smith.
Tell me we're going to bowl game.
Yeah, we're Lovey Smith fans in the greenhouse, so we're going to go 6.
Lovey Smith. There we go.
We're going to go 6. I think they can do
6.
it. I like their roster.
How many games is it going to take till Isaiah Williams is starting?
2.
You think he's going to start that quickly?
I do. I think that's what they want to do.
You know it is. And they got the kid coming down from Michigan to play, and you figure they'll let him get beat up a couple of times, and then
the new kid brings so many things to the table, though.
Oh, it doesn't he? Though?
Yeah, I just think that's the way of the game.
Rod Smith mixed with Isaiah Williams is just something to really.
It excites me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. I
can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see Salem football this year. Hey, I can't wait. The first game is August 30th against Centralia in Salem. You want to be there at Finks Field for that. Thanks very much for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
And best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, have a great day and go Salem football. We'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful week.